Gang. What you guys are getting ready to see is a collection of several different videos in our community. Now, for those of you guys that have not necessarily joined the community yet and you want to be a part of this online English community, I highly recommend watching these videos. In these videos, you're going to get a chance to see my students interacting with me interacting with them every Saturday, right? You're also going to see some of the weekly videos that I put out there every single week. And these are some of the topics we do discuss in our group. And I really want you to become a part of this, right? If you want to learn more. But let's just say you don't want to be a part of the community. You don't want to join this type of subscription program, but you still want to learn the American English accent, then click the link down below. You can go ahead and grab the American mini accent course as well too. This course is also really good. I've packed it up with a whole bunch of action materials that can honestly help you with PDFs and everything included. But the community, I would say, is the best because you get live feedback so that you can actually see whether your performance is good or your performance is bad. I highly recommend joining, and I can't wait to see you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay blessed. Bye-bye. Gang, week 3, lesson 3. In today's video, we're actually going to be covering everyday casual phrases that Americans tend to use. All right, so these are your typical everyday phrases that Americans tend to use, and some of the statements they actually say, especially when it comes to speaking English. Now, I've actually broken this video down into 3 different sections, all right? So the very first section, we're going to be covering everyday greetings and small talk. The second section, we're going to be covering talking about plans or situations. And the third section, we're going to be covering reacting to things, feelings, and opinions. I'm going to give you 5 phrases for each and every single section. If you're ready, let's jump right in. Now, I want you guys to understand that here in the United States, especially when people are actually speaking to one another, we don't speak formal all the time. So especially when you go out in the streets and you're talking to a local, you're not speaking formal to them. It's not every single moment where you actually have to speak proper and formal. So most people tend to use a lot of slang in terms of how they communicate. And so with that, there's a lot of different kinds of phrases and idioms they actually use throughout the day. And so I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Let's start off with the very first section. Section 1, greetings and small talk. Take a look at the following phrases. The very first phrase is, what's up? What's up? What's up is very common. It's not, what's up, man? What's up? No. What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up, man? What's up? You notice I'm saying what's up? But because I'm speaking so fast, it sounds like we have a Z. What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up? What's up? Now I want you to try it. What's up? What's up? Excellent. So, a great example would be, hey man, what's up? Hey man, what's up? Perfect. You hear that a lot, and I think you should already know this phrase. Let's move on. The second phrase would be, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? So instead of asking someone, hey, how are you? Or, hey, how are you doing? Is everything okay? Just be like, how's it going, man? How's it going? How is it going? So instead of saying, how is it going? It's, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? You see that? I want you to practice that. How's it going? Hey, how's it going, man? How's it going? The next one would be, long time no see. Long time no see. Instead of saying, hey, it's been a very long time since I have seen you. To cut it short, Americans say, hey, long time no see. Hey, what's up, man? Long time no see. Long time no see. It's very short, straightforward. Long time no see. Good example would be, hey, yo, man, long time no see. How you been? Hey, yo, man, long time no see. How you been? Awesome. Let's take a look at the fourth one. What you been up to lately? What you been up to lately? And Americans actually say this a lot. What have you been up to lately is cut short to, what you been up to lately? 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 When it's spoken fast, it becomes, what you been up to lately? What you been up to lately? What you been up to lately? The ch. We have that, you hear that sound, that ch sound. What you been up to lately? What you been up to lately? Excellent. And a good example of using this in a sentence would be, hey, so what you been up to lately? So what you been up to lately? Fantastic. Let's move on. So we have same old, same old. Americans say this all the time. Even I say this all the time, especially when I speak to one of my friends, and I haven't spoken to them in a very long time, and they're like, hey man, how have you been, man? Is everything okay? How's work? I'm like, yo, same old, same old. Same old really means like it's the same thing. We've been doing the exact same old thing over and over again. And that's exactly what it means. Same old, same old. So they don't say same old. Like you don't hear the D. They say same old, same old. Say mo. Say mo. So they say it really fast. Hey, how you been? Same old, same old. Same old, same old. Which means same old, same old. Fantastic. That was just greetings, right? Now in the future, I'm gonna give you more. But for now, I'm giving you casual greetings that Americans actually use on a day-to-day basis. Let's take a look at the following. Section 2. Let's talk about our plans and situations, right? So talking about plans or situations. Let's take a look at the following phrases. For number 1, we have, I'm down. I'm down. Americans say this all the time. Hey, I'm down. Like, are you coming? I'm down. Meaning that I am ready to do whatever it is that you're asking me to do. I'm down. I'm down. Right? You want to grab food later? Yeah, I'm down. Right? Do you want to grab food later? I'm down. So you can say this all the time, right? So if let's say you're at work and somebody asks you, hey, Bob, do you want to grab some food later? You can say, instead of saying, yes, I would love to grab some food later, you could say, I'm down. It's very simple. It's short, cuts right to the chase. You see that? Fantastic. Let's take a look at the next one. Let's play it by ear. Let's play it by ear means it's like you're not sure or you're uncertain of whatever the situation is. So for example, let me give you an example of a sentence of how this could be used. Not sure what time I'll be free, but let's play it by ear. Right? You can use context clues to discover the meaning of that phrase. Not sure, right? What time I'll be free, but let's play by ear. Meaning, let's see when I'm gonna be free, or whenever that time comes, I'll let you know. So let's play it by ear. That's the meaning of it. It's an idiom, by the way, it's an idiom. Let's take a look at the next one. I got stuff to do. A lot of Americans say that. I got stuff to do, meaning that I have a lot of things to do. I got stuff to do. Hey man, are you gonna come later on and play with us? Nah man, I got stuff to do. You use that phrase, especially when you're really busy and you're trying to tell somebody that you can't make it or do whatever it is that they're asking you to do. So you say, I got stuff to do, right? I got stuff to do. Fantastic. Let's move on. I'm just chilling. Ooh, Americans use this all the time, and especially black people use this all the time. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling, bruh. I'm chilling. I'm just chilling means that I'm just relaxing. I'm not doing too much. I'm laid back. I'm just chilling. You feel me? Right? Like, what are you doing today? Nothing, man. I'm just chilling. Meaning that I'm not doing anything today. I'm just to myself. I'm relaxing. I'm not trying to do too much. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. Fantastic. Let's move on. So we got, I'm heading out. I'm heading out. Americans use this a lot, especially when it comes to, and I've seen white and black people use this all the time, especially when you're getting ready to leave or whether you're going somewhere. You say, I'm heading out. Instead of saying, I am about to go somewhere, you should say, yo, I'm heading out. Yo, I'm heading out. Yo, I'm heading out, meaning that I'm leaving, right? That is the meaning. That is the meaning. Perfect. Let's take a look at section 3. And I hope you're actually enjoying this so far, because I'm sure this is the 3rd week you're really enjoying these videos, and I really want you to continue to participate. Every video that I put out there, I want you to watch. And since you guys are literally the first group that I'm really working with, that's why you guys are actually seeing things unfold as time progresses. But towards the ending of this year, you're gonna notice we would have had so much videos throughout the weeks and the months. So I highly recommend going through each and every one of them and playing through it. All right, let's take a look at let's take a look at section 3. Reacting to things, feelings, and opinions. Reacting to things, feelings, and opinions. Let's take a look at the following. We have no way. No way. Americans use this a lot. Like for me, I say that a lot. If I see something that's outrageous, I'm like, no way. Nah, no way, bruh, no way. That means, right? I can't believe it. Like you're surprised. No way. No way, bro. She got a job. No way. Meaning that I'm so surprised that she got a job. So if you're really surprised, you can say no way. Or if somebody says something out of line, you be like, no way, bro, chill. Or like, if somebody's trying to ask you to do something that you don't want to do, be like, nah, no way, bro, I ain't trying to do all that. I ain't trying to do all that. When we jump into AAVE, ooh, it's going to get deep. It's going to really get deep because I'm going to teach you a lot about the African American vernacular. Because one thing you got to understand is you want to be able to learn how to speak both standard English and also speak AAVE. Because if you can actually understand the two, trust me, you're golden. You can go anywhere in the United States and you will blend in. Anywhere in the United States and you'll be all right. Because you understand both worlds. Basically, you're understanding how black people speak versus how white people speak. And when I say black people, I'm not saying all black people actually speak AAVE, right? There are a lot of black people that actually speak standard American English. And so there's also white people that also speak AAVE. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised. But let's move on. So you can say no way. And another one is, that's wild. You hear almost everybody say this. That's wild is like saying, it's like seeing something that's out of line or something that's crazy. And you're like, yo, that's wild. Or if somebody says something that's crazy as well to you, be like, yo, that's wild, but why you say that? That's wild. Why did you say that? Somebody could insult someone really bad and you're like, bro, you're wild for saying that. Meaning that he's actually crazy for saying that. That's wild. Let's take a look at the next one. We have, I feel you. I feel you, right? That's a phrase that a lot of people actually say if let's say you're trying to express or affirm whatever someone is saying or whatever, or however someone is feeling. You could be like, yo, I feel you, bruh. Like if I just finish, like for example, like right now, you notice I'm teaching you these things. You could be like, yeah, I feel you, Collins. I feel you. Meaning, I understand you, Collins. I hear you, Collins. I'm comprehending what you're saying, Collins. So instead of saying all of those things, you can just say, I feel you, bro. I feel you. And I want to see you use that more. I feel you. I feel you. Wonderful. Now we got number 4. For real. For real. For real is one of the most famous words that is used throughout the United States. Hey, for real, for real? Are you being for real right now? Like, are you actually being serious? For real can be used in so many different situations, right? And it expresses opinions, like your opinions and your emotions at the same time. Like, for real? Like, you being for real? For real. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. For real. You can always say that. And then the last one is that's messed up, which is equivalent to that's wild. Yo, that's messed up, man. Why did you do that? That's really messed up. That's messed up. Like, did bro just leave her? That's messed up. You see how I just used that? Like, that's really messed up, bro. Like, you wild. You wild for doing that. That's messed up. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right here for this week. And what I want you to do is, I want you to focus on these phrases that I've given to you and start incorporating it in your daily lifestyle. Every single day, I want you to go ahead and practice on this, right? Try to use these phrases as much as you can. Now, of course, the PDF is down below. Click on it. Practice. My friend, my goal is for you to practice. Because if you don't practice, you don't get better. If you don't use this, you're not going to get better. right? The goal is you want to learn American English accent. You want to master the American English accent. You want to master English in general, right? Because again, the goal is for you to be able to enhance your pronunciation and understand the diversity of speaking English. So use these phrases, especially if you're here in the United States. All right? I'll see you next week. Stay blessed. Incredible, incredible. The R sounds are amazing. Let's do this. Let me have you go ahead and read all of these one more time.
Red, run, rain, rally, right, room, rope, rear, reach, ride,
Let's just do these two one more time.
rear, rear, right, reach,
Nice. That's how you should pronounce it. All right. Let's come down to these three in the middle. I mean, these ones in the middle.
party, story, worry, sorry, hurry, around, bury, carry, mirror, hero,
Try saying this one by itself.
mirror,
Mirror.
mirror,
There you go. Remember, the R doesn't come from your throat. You got to
mm,
create it from right here. Mirror. Rrr.
mirror, yeah,
Right. So it wouldn't be mirror.
mm,
Mirror.
mirror, yeah, mirror,
Excellent. Let's try these ones over here.
teacher, better, water, ever, forever, brother, over, after, laughter, dinner.
No comment. No comment, bro. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. Let's do this practice again, just one more time this time around. I'm not going to give you no corrections. I want you to do your best. Let's
Okay.
do it again with emotion.
Yeah. Should I be student one or you gonna be one?
I'm sorry. Yeah, you be student one.
Okay, gotcha. I recently took a train ride across 3 states, and honestly, it was one of the most relaxing trips I've ever experienced. The rhythm of the train's tracks, the quiet scenery rolling by, and the random conversations with strangers really made it memorable.
That sounds amazing. I've never been on a long train ride before, but I've always been curious about what it feels like to travel for hours without worrying about traffic or crowded airports.
Exactly. You get to just sit back, read a book, or stare out of the window for a while without rushing. There's something about that slow, steady journey that helps you to reset your brain a little.
I think I love that. Just bringing my journal, writing down random thoughts, maybe listening to some records I've downloaded. It seems like the perfect environment to recharge and reflect.
Totally. Plus, there's this quiet energy when the train starts to roll out of the station and you realize you're going somewhere far, but you don't have to worry about driving or directions.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Bro, that was amazing, bro. That was really amazing. Let me let me pull back the whiteboard real quick. And I can really hear your improvement, bro. Like this is sound. This is really good. It's really
Thank
good,
you.
man. I can't wait till we're done with this basic stuff and we're gonna jump into connecting words together because there we're gonna start to learn how to speak fast, how to sound fluent, right?
Yeah.
And also retaining your accent.
Hmm.
Because the thing about the American English accent is it's comprised of three different things, right? So, and that's the reason why we're focusing. I'm focusing heavy on these three different things. American accent is comprised of the vowel sounds,
Okay.
consonants.
Hmm.
I think I spelled sounds wrong. Consonant sounds, right? And then the
Yep.
last one is linking and reduction.
Yep.
These are the three things that makes up the American accent. If you was to break everything down, these are the three things that makes up the American accent. So if you can master the vowel sounds, the A, E, I, O, U, and you can sound perfect in terms of its pronunciation, And then you can master the consonant sounds, mastering the T sound, the R sound, the V, B, C, D, learn
Yeah.
how to pronounce it properly. And then linking sounds, connected speech. Dude,
Okay.
that's it. That's
Got
it.
it.
I'm not about to sit here and stress you and give you all these kinds of things for you to remember. And then it's like you forget everything you learn. I want
Mhm.
to make it as easy as possible for you to just focus on the small little things,
Yeah.
fix those small little things, and then, bro, you're on ice.
Yes, sir.
That's it. All right, let's do some extra practice. Since we got a few couple more minutes left. Let's do some extra practice over here with the V sounds a little bit. Give me a second. Let me pull this back. I'll have you go ahead and read while Victor's velvet vest waved.
Okay.
Yeah,
This one is a hard one.
I know. You got this.
While Victor's velvet vest waved gently in the breeze, he would vividly play vibrant tunes that wove wonder into the hearts of everyone watching. His voice, though not powerful, was wonderfully warm and full of vibrant emotion.
That was good. That was good. I get it's a little bit difficult. I noticed you struggled a little bit with this word, wove, right?
Wove. Yeah.
I get that. I'm not blaming you at all. So let's do it again, but
Mm.
make sure you bring out the V and wove, right? Bring out the V and wove,
Wove.
and also where is it at? I think everything else is good. Yeah, yeah. You can go ahead.
While Victor's velvet vest waved gently in the breeze, he would vividly play vibrant tunes that wove wonder into the hearts of everyone watching. His voice, though not powerful, was wonderfully warm and full of vibrant emotion.
Great. Only problem is voice. You really got to bring out the V in
Yeah.
voice.
Voice. Voice.
Voice.
Yeah.
Right.
Voice.
Let's try one more time.
Mm. From starting?
Yeah, start from the beginning. Yep.
Gotcha. While Victor's velvet vest waved gently in the breeze, he would vividly play vibrant tunes that wove wonder into the hearts of everyone watching. His voice, though not powerful, was wonderfully warm and full of vibrant emotion.
Incredible. Incredible. Here's what we're about to do next. I'm about
Mhm,
to give you another paragraph, right? You're going to read it. I'm going to close my eyes. This time,
mhm,
I'm not going to be looking at the words that you're reading. And my goal is I want to be able to hear the
mhm.
sounds very well without even paying attention to what you're reading. And I want to
Got
see if there's still something we can fix.
sure.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me put this together. You ready?
Let me see. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to close my eyes.
Okay.
Let's go.
Victor's voice vibrated with energy as he narrated the very riveting story of his recent adventure. He had driven through a remote valley, visited a vibrant village, and taken a risky ride across a rickety bridge over a roaring river. Every word he spoke revealed his bravery and vivid imagination. Vanessa, his friend, recorded his voice on her device, marveling at how clearly he described every corner, every turn, and every roar of the wilderness. It was a rare version of Victor, vocal, real, and full of fire.
That was a lot. I don't blame you, but that was definitely a lot.
Okay.
I heard a lot of different things.
Mhm.
To start off with, voice was something that I feel like we can definitely work on again.
Yeah.
Voice. Um, I think it's a little bit difficult for you with voice, and I think when it came down to version, you corrected yourself with version, so that's not even a problem.
Yeah.
Um, there was another word you had pronounced a few minutes ago. What was it? Riveting. So this word right here,
Mm,
right? Although it has the what's it called? The T sound, right? So of course, if you're pronouncing it really fast, instead of it being pronounced as riveting, it would be riveting.
riveting.
There you go.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this again, but
Mm,
I'll break it in pieces. Let's start off
okay.
with the very first side. Let me hear how you're gonna pronounce this.
Victor's voice Victor's voice vibrated with energy as he narrated the very riveting story of his recent adventure. He had driven through a remote valley, visited a vibrant village, and taken a risky ride across a rickety bridge over a roaring river.
Try it again. Let's try it again one more time. Bring out the V in voice.
V. Voice. Voice.
Voice.
Voice.
Let's do that again.
Victor's voice vibrated with energy as he narrated the very riveting, you said riveting?
Riveting. Riveting. So
Riveting,
with the D.
riveting, riveting. Oh yeah, riveting. Very riveting story of his recent adventure. He had driven through a remote valley, visited a vibrant village, and taken a risky ride across a rickety bridge over a roaring river.
Nice. 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 So I wanted to focus a little bit on the R and also the V. That's why
Yeah,
we designed this paragraph. So for this specific word, right, like energy, so it's not energy.
eh, energy,
Energy. Correct.
energy. Mhm.
So it has that sound, the short
Yeah,
vowel sound. So pretty much is how I wanted you to read it. Victor's voice vibrated with energy as he narrated the very riveting story of his recent adventure. I'm gonna read it again. Victor's voice, right? Just listen to how I'm saying it again.
yeah,
Victor's voice vibrated with energy as he narrated the very riveting story of his recent adventure. Let's try it again. I want you to be very dramatic.
yeah. Victor's voice vibrated with energy as he narrated the very riveting story of his recent adventure.
I like how you, from very riveting story of his recent adventure, I like that. Let's try the beginning again. I always lose you on the V for voice.
Yeah. Victor's voice vibrated with energy as he narrated the very riveting story of his recent adventure.
Matter of fact, do it this way. Just focus on the top one.
Yeah. Victor's voice vibrated with energy as he narrated.
One more time.
Victor's voice vibrated with energy as he narrated.
Voice.
Voice,
Voice.
voice,
Let's try this to make it easier. Try saying vo,
wo,
vo,
wo,
vo,
wo,
ice,
ice,
voice,
voice,
uh, voice,
voice,
Victor's voice,
Victor's voice,
Victor's voice
Victor's voice
vibrated.
vibrated.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. Let's come down to every word.
Every word he spoke revealed his bravery and vivid imagination. Vanessa his friend recorded his voice on her device, marveling at how clearly he described every corner, every turn, and every roar of the wilderness. It was a rare version of Victor, vocal, real, and full of fire.
I think I've discovered your problem again.
Okay, sure.
So
Okay.
I think you have, and I can see it now. I think you have a little bit of some trouble, right? Pronouncing, usually, right, at the end of a specific word, like for example, Victor's voice. So we're
Yeah,
transitioning from the last letter of the previous word being a consonant, which is the S.
yeah,
And then you're transitioning to another consonant, which is a V. At
yeah,
times you struggle with the connecting the pair, which
yeah.
makes you lose the V in the sound.
Mm,
I saw the same thing right here, down here. So pretty much when we came down to, where is it? Where's the voice? This one recorded his voice. I lost you at the V
yeah.
again.
Mm,
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try one more time till we really get this.
yeah.
Remember, you got to bring out the V even after you finish pronouncing S. So let's try this. Try saying S,
S
V,
V
V,
V
S,
S
V.
V
Now say it faster.
S V S V S V
Right there.
S. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry.
The way you pronounce V in the very
Yeah.
beginning, I want you to lock that in place. Let's try this one more time. Victor's voice vibrated.
Victor's voice vibrated.
Victor's
Victor's
voice
voice
vibrated.
vibrated.
See, when it comes to the V and the I, you don't have trouble. The V and the O, you have trouble.
Yeah.
Victor's voice,
Victor's
voice
voice
vibrated.
vibrated.
Let's read this one right here from every word. Let's try this.
Every word he spoke revealed his bravery and vivid imagination. Vanessa, his friend, recorded his voice on her device, marveling at how clearly he described every corner, every turn, and every roar of wilderness. It was a rare version of Victor, vocal, real, and full of fire.
Okay, that was good. Only thing I'll say is you didn't really bring out the R in corner, so it's corner,
Corner, corner,
corner,
corner, corner,
the corner,
the corner,
core.
corner, corner. Okay.
Yeah, you notice we're back to the or sound,
Yeah.
right? Core. So it would
Core.
be
Yeah.
corner, core, ner,
Core. Ner.
core,
Core.
or.
Or.
Right. Let me have you repeat these ones down here.